You mentioned the fake account of LeBron James, and I just wanted to point out for a second, because what's happening with the Lakers is fairly stunning when you consider in that sport, when you have the stars, that's what you want. And the Lakers have had, with Kobe and LeBron, this run since 2014. And it's startling as Russell Westbrook enters the press conference after yet another loss yesterday. They lose to the Clippers. They lose big. LeBron leaves hurt. Russell Westbrook enters the press conference singing Beyonce's Break My Soul. This is what you've got from the Lakers. You ready? 2014, missed the playoffs. 2015, missed the playoffs. 2016, missed the playoffs. 2017, missed the playoffs. 2018, missed the playoffs. 2019, missed the playoffs. 2020, ring in a bubble. 221 first round, 222 miss, and now it's starting 2-9 on what will be seen as 223. That is unbelievable in a sport where everybody makes the playoffs.
That is, I know you said bubble, but man, if Bam and Goran didn't get hurt, it would have been an abject failure for LeBron James.
LeBron and Kobe, that's 10 damn years, 9 years of holy shit, they're terrible.
They got the one, though.
One in a shortened year.
Yeah, and I mean, it's just an overall failure organizationally. I think that it's an organization that probably prioritizes the wrong things. They're not very good at scouting. Like, if you think of, for example, how the Heat develop players from within the margins, like they could do with anybody. If you look at, I mean, LeBron in a loss to the Clippers scored 30. Anthony Davis put up reasonable numbers. Russell Westbrook even is contributing somewhat from the bench now. They just have nothing else. They can't find, like, Cleveland has Dean Wade. You've never heard of Dean Wade, but he's a really good role player that helps Cleveland win. Every team in the NBA has 2 or 3 guys you've never heard of that helps them win, and for whatever reason, the Los Angeles Lakers never seem to find that person.
Does it coincide exactly with the death of Jerry Buss? Like, did Jeannie Buss take over in 2000 and
well, remember,
14?
Jeannie wasn't given the team right away. She had to take it away from her brothers because there was language that gave the brothers the first crack at it. In retrospect, pretty sexist.
Jerry Buss, by the way, died in February of 2013. So, I mean, it's since ownership changed. But also, I mean, Jeannie has been given credit for how sort of she runs the organization a bit more stably. But, I mean, even still, like, they gave an extension to Rob Pelinka, who has not been able to surround LeBron James with a supporting player.
This is just looking at this year's team, but I think we can finally have the conversation about LeBron. Like, the hill is moving down now. Like, he can still get it. He can still get it, like, at the end of a game, one possession. But you can see he can't carry a team by himself anymore. Back in the day, with this roster, he would have still been 5 games over 500.
But he can still get his numbers. And this part has always confused me about the sport. Always. That I can go 2-9 and have somebody averaging 30 points a game that you've never heard of. That I can, any professional basketball player who is great, if I don't, who did, there was one year for the Timberwolves, was it Tony Campbell that came close to leading the sport in scoring because somebody had to do.
Kevin Martin was always that guy on like a couple of teams. Kevin Martin could light it up, but his teams would never really win.
If you look at the box score from the game against the Clippers, LeBron's efficient, AD is efficient, Russell Westbrook is sort of his usual 15 points on 40% shooting, but the rest of the team, Patrick Beverley 2 of 8, Austin Reeves 3 of 10.
I don't even know who that is.
Kendrick Nunn 0 of 4.
I know who that is.
There are so many guys on that team that just are flatly not NBA rotation caliber players.
They're just not appointment television anymore. It was hard enough to watch them on that coast when they were good. I don't really know this team, but to Chris's point about the signs being there, yeah, he's a really bad 3-point shooter right now. He was a player that was cerebral and always prided himself on his efficiencies, and he knew all the numbers. And while he's getting them now, he was never a volume guy. He was never just bare bones in the stat sheet guy, and he's not shooting the three well at all. He's one of the worst shooters in the league.
And he doesn't want to attack the rim anymore, which I wouldn't either at that age after how long he's played. But it's just that's the
and
only
for a team that's 2-9.
That is the only place he can still be LeBron James, and he just doesn't want to do that.
Maybe he's saving his body for a playoffs that won't come. That gets harder with age, and if you're going to drift further away from the basket as you age, like Jason Kidd, your numbers need to get better from the perimeter. They're both getting worse.
I just can't believe that New Orleans has managed themselves so well. They're going to be a good team. They're going to make the playoffs this year. And right now, the Lakers represent the second lottery odds. They represent a 52% chance at the top four and a 14% chance at winning the lottery.
And as you mentioned yesterday, don't have the pick. Don't get to keep the pick.
That was his pick. That was his point.
I mean, can you imagine Zion and Wembanyama on the same team? Holy shit!